Welcome to the North Texas Community Difference-Wylie. Brought to you in part by Master Networks Wylie and powered by the Difference Media LLC.
Today's show is hosted by Brian Poduska, entrepreneur and owner of Real Property Management Focus, and co-hosted by Padilla with Texan Window Cleaning and Juan Peón with Direct Health.
The North Texas Community Difference-Wylie was created to serve as a platform for local leaders and business professionals to showcase their expertise, values, and commitment to their community. Overall, the podcast aims to create a stronger sense of community in North Texas by highlighting the often overlooked or unnoticed good work being done by local leaders, businesses, and professionals. So sit back and relax as our co-host and their guests share thoughts and insights about being a professional and the opportunities for our businesses to serve our communities in a very special way. Because the North Texas Community Difference-Wylie starts now.
Well, good morning, everybody. My name is Brian Poduska. I am the owner of Real Property Management Focus, and you are watching the North Texas Community Difference-Wylie show. I believe this is episode number 6. Is that right, Lyndon? We're on week 3, and so this is my third time hosting this show, and I have had a blast doing it. I've met some incredible people in the Wylie chapter of Master Networks. Looking forward to meeting a couple more today. I got to meet them backstage and meet their guests as well. But if you haven't seen the show, basically what we're doing is some over-the-air networking. Spotlighting some local business owners in the Wylie community and in the Wylie Master Networks chapter, allowing them to talk about their business, but more importantly, allowing them to bring on some guests every week and highlight them, spotlight their businesses and what's going on in the Wylie community in general. So that's what this show is all about. I'm happy to be here. Lennon, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. I got a little bit of rest last night. Was well needed. I missed my Master Networks meeting today, so I hope I don't get in trouble for that. But I'm excited to be here too. We got 2 dynamic co-hosts with you today. This is their first time doing it. Like you said, this is our 6th. It's our 6th episode. We haven't even finished a month yet. We've already had over 12,000 viewers. So this thing has caught fire. These folks are amazing. Their community involvement, the love for community, and just the family atmosphere of their group and who they work with is awesome. And they're bringing that for everybody to be able to see. And that's really cool.
Yeah, I agree. And you know, I've seen a lot of the activity that has gone on offline outside of the regular meetings that this chapter does in Wylie. And I've been blown away. Just the team building stuff that you guys are doing. I know you're part of that chapter. I know you missed it this morning, Lennon. I was trying to fill in for you, but I wasn't able to. But yeah, the energy this group brings and the type of people they are just fantastic. So with that being said, why don't we bring on our co-hosts and meet them? Hey guys, how are we doing today?
Hey Brian, excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yes, thanks for having me too.
Awesome. Well, excited to have you guys on and learn more about who you are, what you guys do, and what the format we've been kind of following is allowing you guys to kind of do your, call it 30-second commercial, if you will. And then obviously we're going to get into your guests and get into their stories a little bit deeper. But Tara, ladies first, why don't you tell us about yourself and tell us about your business?
Absolutely. So I'm Tara Padilla. I am owner of Texan Window Cleaning with my husband here in the DFW community. We service both residential and commercial properties. We do window cleaning, pressure washing, roof washing, and gutter cleaning. And this year we're also adding on Christmas lights. We just celebrated our 6th year in business, and I actually just was able to come full-time December 1st of 2022. For the past 6 years, I had been doing this, part-time. My husband was fully on board, and I was working another W-2 job. So now I'm all on board 100% of the time. I'm really enjoying it, doing all the networking, meeting people, and Master Networks has been amazing in kind of catapulting me to the growth for our business. So I'm super excited about that.
That is awesome. Well, that's great, and glad to hear that you've taken the full dive into joint entrepreneurship with your husband. That's super cool. So thanks for joining us today. Looking forward to getting a little bit deeper into that journey as to how you guys got to where you're at. Juan, you're up, man. Why don't you tell us about yourself a little bit?
Awesome, thanks. So I am Juan Peón. I own JP Direct Health, so I'm a health insurance broker. Been in the insurance business for about 15 years and doing only health for about 8 or 9 years. So we specialize in customizing health insurance plans and affordable healthcare solutions for either individuals, families, and small businesses, just businesses under 50 people. And my wife and I moved here to Texas to open the insurance agency, and that was back in 2012. We've been in Wylie ever since. But I tell you, just to piggyback on Tara, is joining our Master Networks group is changed so much relationship-wise, business growth, and just the community involvement has been awesome.
Well, that's actually a great segue because part of what we're talking about in the month of May, especially with this group, is community involvement. Exactly what you just said, Juan. So you guys Juan, you said you moved here. How long have you been here?
We moved here in 2012.
2012. Okay.
11 years.
Yep. It's actually the same amount of time that I've been in the DFW area as well. Where'd you come from?
We moved from Michigan, just north of the Detroit area.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and I came from the Chicago area, so about the same climate. Yeah, it won't move back either. But
No.
That being said, what is it you guys love about the Wylie community? And we're going to get into a segment on the back end of the commercial break coming up, but I just want to level set. What is it you guys love about the community in Wylie?
Ladies first.
Well, I don't actually live in Wylie. I'm actually from Tyler, moved to Garland when I was 2. So Garland's not that far from Wylie, right? And the way that I got brought into the Master Networks Wylie community was Jenny Connolly, which you both are familiar with. She's in a couple other networking groups with me and masterminds with me. And she told me that it would be, a great family to become a part of. So I went and visited, And I mean, the second that I visited, I knew that group was for me. And you do get that small town feel, though, even though all of these smaller towns are just growing so quickly, you do get that small town feel. And the way that everyone in this particular group, and I'm sure the other groups are that way as well, but this particular group it felt like family the second that I walked in the door. And we're not there to just get business. We're there to, motivate each other, push each other, pick each other back up. And this group has been a direct, example of community involvement. We have the Wylie Citizen of the Year in our group, and they make it a point to at least every quarter, and they try to do it every month for us to go do community things. Like a couple months ago, we went and did Feed My Starving Children. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of that. And then next month, we're going to the senior citizens community to help out and play games and just spend time with them. And so this group has just pivoted everything and just made sure that everyone is getting involved into the community, because it's such a huge part of being in business.
That's awesome. And so that's the first that I've heard that you guys are, because we're on episode 6 now. So heard a lot about the community involvement. What I didn't realize is that you guys are actively seeking out opportunities within the community as a group to go out and do stuff. And that is so cool. And what you said about Wylie having a small town feel despite all the growth that's gone on, that's resonated with everybody who we've had in the previous versions of the show or episodes of the show. So
absolutely,
that is absolutely hit with everybody. So that's super cool that you guys are actively looking for things to do in the community. Juan, what about yourself? How do you feel about the Wylie community?
Interesting thing is when we were moving here from Michigan, everybody in the country that knows the Dallas area knows Plano. So we were looking for Plano, and through the move, something fell through, and we couldn't get into that particular home we were going to get into. And the realtor I was working with mentioned, hey, this house just came up. Okay, it's in Wylie. It's right next door. Okay, what's Wylie? So she brought me here. I saw the house. I'm like, all right, good, we'll get it. And started the journey. And I really think that God places you where you're supposed to be. So we've been in this house for 11 years, and we've put our kids through the high school, We've been, I did the whole watchdogs things at the school, and we were involved with the school when the kids were at that age. And we've done some things with the within the community that are just reaching out to help others, food pantries and things like that. But the what Tara was saying as far as with the Master Networks group is we reach out not only to the Wylie community but just neighboring cities, like the Feed My Starving Children. That was in Richardson, and that was a heck of a time. I mean, we went in, we had fun doing it. We were able to help communities feed children that need that assistance. And before that, we prayed for the food to be sent out. The company has a really nice process, and we're doing it again. So
yeah, I think we were able to. I think it was like 336 kids that we were able to feed for a full year, just for the hour that we were there packaging with them.
Yeah, that was awesome. So, and then through our Chamber of Commerce, we have a lot of involvement in the community as well. They do a lot of open events, and it's inviting everybody. You don't have to be a member of the chamber to attend this events. So the small town feel of Wylie, although we have over 55,000 residents, and yes, it's expanding, but the small town feel is a lot of it happens in the downtown area, historic downtown. So that brings a huge small town feel to anybody who lives in Wylie. We have everything around here. We don't really have to leave Wylie to do anything. It's really cool.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. And you guys meet downtown Wylie, right? Yep. Cool. Now that's great. So we do have to take a short commercial break here, but on the backside of that commercial break, we have a little segment we're calling What's Up Wylie. So if you guys have any events that you want to put a highlight on, or in this case, maybe What's Up Garland, whatever local events that you want to put a spotlight on, think about that, and we'll pick that up on the back end. Lennon, go ahead and hit the commercial, and we'll be right back.
The North Texas Community Difference-Wylie is made possible in part by Marley Knapp with Norwex, chemical-free sustainable solutions for your home. Dallas Jones with Rementis, Melissa Berry with Lawyer's Title, Melissa Mancini, owner of Melissa Mancini Photography. Don't let your babies grow up to be JPEGs. And by Tara Padilla with Texan Window Cleaning. Don't let dirty windows be your pane in the glass. The North Texas Community Difference-Wylie. Together, we can make the difference.
And now back to the show.
All right, I get a chuckle every time I hear some of those call signs, pane in the glass. It's awesome. All right, so what's up, Wylie? Do you guys have anything you want to highlight going on in the community or the communities that you live in?
Yeah, sure. Wylie, I mean, they have so much going on all the time. I know in the past shows, they talked about they just finished up Small Business Week, which was amazing. But recently coming up this weekend, actually on the 20th, Landon Winery and Downtown Wylie on Ballard is having a sip and shop. And so that will be a lot of fun over the weekend. And although this is not in Wylie, and Amanda's going to touch on this as well, but the big event that we're doing this weekend, I'm actually volunteering at in Crowley. I know it's far, but it's Life Skills for Teens. And it basically teaches them skills like banking and money management, how to change a tire. There's police officers there that teach them how to, negate peer pressure, how to respond appropriately, if you were to get pulled over and in certain situations, and just, a lot of the stuff that teens don't learn about at school or at home. And so that's going to be all day Saturday in Crowley. We do have a flyer, and Amanda will talk more about that. And so eventually we do want to bring that event all across the Metroplex. So Wylie would be a great spot to go eventually as well. So that's the big event. What's up, Wylie? What's up, Crowley? What's up, all of DFW?
We'll just call the segment "What's Up." I kinda like that. And I like that event. I think we could have quite a few people that are not teens that would benefit from a lot of things that sound like you guys are covering. But okay, absolutely. Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing, Tara. Sure. Juan, why don't you let us know what's going on?
Yes. So, as I mentioned, everything happens in downtown Wylie, right? So. This Memorial Day, we have our 13th annual salute to veterans. I believe it starts at 7:45 a.m. It's right at the entrance of the downtown at the Old City Park. It would be a great event to assist for a variety of reasons in support of veterans. The second one is it's kind of funny. So it's a cornhole tournament, but they just, I don't know, somebody came up with still a name Cornament. And it's it's being done, or let's just say created or sponsored by, not sponsored, but provided by the Chamber of Commerce. And it's one of those open events. So you don't have to be a member to join it. If you're a member, you may pay a little bit less for the registration, or just show up for fun. There'll be food trucks, music. It's just a fun outdoor event. So those are the two that are coming right up, because the tournament is going to be on June 2nd.
Cornament. All right.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
The old saying, you learn something new every day. I just learned a new term, the cornament.
Cornament.
Like
That's unique. I've never heard that before, so it's hilarious.
And you don't even have to bring your boards. They provide the boards, the bags. That way everything's, everybody's got the same chances, not, your super pro bags or your cheap bags,
Right.
It's a lot of fun. I did it last year. It's a lot of fun.
Fantastic. Love it. All right. Well, thanks guys for sharing those events coming up. Go check them out if you're listening. I believe it's supposed to be really nice weather this weekend, so go check it out. All right. So next segment, what we're going to do, we're going to call it the What's Up segment, and we're going to move on to the reason we're here, right? To bring spotlight to your guests. Yeah. So again, in the spirit of ladies first, Tara, I want you to introduce your guests, and let's learn more about them.
Absolutely. I can't say enough good things about my guest. My guest is Amanda Bell, and she does a lot of things. She actually owns a 9-figure top producing real estate agency, as well as she is one of my biggest mentors and coaches in both business and life through her business with another owner, Kimba Garcia, CEO AF. And also this nonprofit that she's a founder of, Life Skills for Teens. And when you meet her and when you see her, she always has a smile on her face. So Amanda Bell.
I'm like, Tara, you are so kind. I do just love your whole soul, sister. And thank you so much for having me on with you guys today.
Of course. I'm glad to have you here. So happy you could join us.
For sure. So you guys, Tara told you a little bit about me. My name is Amanda Bell. I'm actually born and raised here in DFW. So hearing y'all's story and where you guys are from, and that you're absolutely loving it and call Wylie your home today in Texas, brings joy to my heart. One of my businesses is my real estate team with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, the Bell Realty Group. So that is one of the biggest compliments that I get being in real estate, is finding the families that move from out of state into state and find that Texans are friendly, they're kind, they're welcoming, and they really invite you to call the place home. So I love hearing that from all of you guys. The cool part about this nonprofit organization that we are now calling Life Skills for Teens, fingers crossed, you guys, we are working on getting our EIN set up, the nonprofit organization finalized. And I thought it was going to be one of those things where I could get it in and out pretty quick, a week or two. We're about 2 or 3 months into this EIN, and we're running into hiccups with the name of all things. So our names keep clashing with other names that are already set up entities. So I'm hopeful that we'll be able to keep it as close to Life Skills for Teens as possible, so that it's easy for everybody to search, but the landing pages and the contact information will definitely be the same. So Life Skills for Teens, the motivation behind this organization was really between a soul sister of mine that we kind of grew up together. And I say grew up lightly because she's not kin to my family. And we also did not know each other while we were in grade school, but she's one of those people that you meet when you're in your early adulthood in life, and you find that you're in a very, very, very vulnerable place. When I don't know for you guys, but for me growing up at my mom's house, I never once had to think where the food was coming from, if I would have toilet paper, where the toothpaste was at. In fact, I thought that if I went anywhere, I would likely land the job. And I did not know what credit was. So when I went to scoop up my first apartment right out of high school, they were going to pull credit, told me that I was not qualified based on that, and I was going to have to put more money down. Well, I found this apartment complex because it was the most affordable one out of pocket, like $99. I can save that. I can save $99. Okay. So it was in those moments in the midst of all of that having a soul sister beside me to kind of help navigate through life and understanding that you just don't know as much as maybe you think you do leaving high school, right? And that's our mission with Life Skills for Teens. It's really to prepare them for the moment of when they are leaving their parents' nest egg, when they're getting out into the real world. What skill traits can we leave them with that maybe they're not getting in from church, from their home, from the schools, from the educational systems, right? What are some things that we were missing that we would love to be able to offer to our young teens or even older teens and young adults? I love that Brian said maybe there's some adults out there that can join this event as well, because the truth is we have had young adults sit in on these classes and absolutely loved it. So it's a 15 course curriculum. They're all broken up into about 20 to 30 minute increments. We believe that doing it that way, it's bite-sizable pieces of information and knowledge that these teens are able to actually consume and digest and start to implement in the real world. So we hit on topics anywhere from Tara actually leads the way with our banking and money management. And it was so great listening to her talk to the teenagers at our very first event. We're doing one a quarter right now in different communities around the Metroplex. We've also been invited to go to Florida in the near future. So we might target that area at the beginning of next year. But Tara does handle the banking and money management side. And one of the questions, you guys, that was asked by one of the teenagers when she was hosting the course at our first event was, so if I just set up my that credit card that you just told me about on my phone and linked them together, can't I just Apple Pay? And that was Tara's response on how to use Apple Pay. Because she said, how are you going to pay for that? And he said, well, I'm just going to pull up this. It says Apple Pay and I'm going to pay. And she said, well, where's that money coming from? Where you think that there's money on there for you right now? And so it's just one of those things where the truth is I also did not know. And technology today is wild. We can literally pull out a card and tap it and walk off, right? Hopefully we can do that. But it is wild for these teenagers. So I can't imagine navigating through that and not being taught it on your way out. We also have our credit course that Kenneth Smith Jr. is one of our credit experts. He actually works with families that are with the Bell Realty Group to get them to a position to be able to pick up real estate on their own. He's teaching these kids these teenagers about how to, 1, what is credit? 2, how to build credit with no credit. And 3, how to maintain and manage it so that you can leverage it in the future. We have an etiquettes course that is led by Tony Martin. He's our etiquettes coach. So he's teaching these guys how to tie a tie, how to give that proper handshake, how to keep the eye contact, and how to really put your best foot forward so that any first impression you offer is one that is everlasting and can help move the needle in your life. We have the home cooking and safety basics course. I don't know if any of you guys ever did it, but I was that young adult that did put silverware in the microwave and this far. Okay. I also tried to put it in the toaster to get my toast out. So it's little key nuggets like that can really change in the matter of moments inside of a home when an adult is not there, right? An experienced adult is not there. All the way to the police officers and the heroes in our communities. These guys show up from firefighters to police officers to nurses to help the teenagers understand what to do in very specific situations. From, maybe you had somebody at your home and they swallowed the cheese stick the wrong way. Okay. What are we doing in that instance? And so they go over real life scenarios with these teenagers and how to handle it the best they can with the tools they have in the moment. We also have a peer pressure and sex course in there that's being taught by a beautiful soul, Mercedes Davis, who is bringing awareness to certain situations that can come up that maybe we don't always feel comfortable calling our mom, right? Maybe we don't always feel comfortable calling our dad and how to handle that and exit the situation in a safe manner that you feel respectable in your own skin in. And then the last course, you guys, in there is the vehicle maintenance course. And that is one of my personal favorites because I did not know how to change the tire on the side of the road. Okay. And I was that young mom. I had a baby at the time. I was a young mom who had the baby in the car seat in the back and the tire went flat on the driver's side in the back. and it was dark outside. There were no stores open. There's no calling anybody. I didn't know anything about A1 or triple anything about anything. Okay. Had no clue. So we're teaching them about these things and how to properly exit to the side of the road, how to change the tire. One of the teenagers told me at the last event, I said, what did you learn from this course, from this vehicle maintenance course? They know how to jump it before they leave the Saturday's event. On Saturday, it's a whole day event. Before they leave, they've been fed, they've been educated, and they know how to change your tire or jump your car in a safe manner. So he knew that it had to go on with all 5 lug nuts in a star pattern. He also knew how to check it. He knew that the vehicle had to stay down and not lifted up before, so you could loosen the lug nuts. He gave me step-by-step instructions to change my tire if I needed to in the moment. So I just thought it was so great. And we're so grateful today. My partner, I call her my partner in crime, Michelle Pless, the one that I grew up with in my young adult age. She's an ICU nurse. So she just has a keen sense for that safety and for that mother nurturing phase. So to send, not just to send our children into the real world with the basic life skills that we have today, but to send as many of the children into the real world with the basic life skills, and not necessarily saying that the parent has to be the one to teach them. You can drop them off with 15 of us for the day. We're going to feed them, we're going to love on them, and we're going to show them how to take care of some of the basics in life.
I love that.
That is awesome. Yeah. I mean, talk about all encompassing, that a few little electrocutions or fires here and there. Those are life lessons that we all learned growing up the hard way, the silverware in the microwave, for instance. But man, that's a lot bigger than what I had even envisioned when you described it earlier, as to what you guys cover. So that's awesome. Those are all certainly huge life skills, and certainly the financial piece of it resonates with me, and real estate investing and things like that. It's just not taught in school. So to hear it formally being taught by you guys is that's just awesome.
Thank you.
So thank you for sharing all that. Juan, what I want to do next, we do have a few minutes. I don't want to cut your guest short, so let's bring in your guest, and please introduce your guest, and let's hear about what he's doing.
All right. So I'm really excited about this because one of the things that I think is very important in a community is to have churches around. Not only bring, the word of the book to the people to live a better life, but also it's the outreach that the church does with the community. So our primary, or the main church, the main campus is in Saxe, and we opened a satellite location or campus here in Wylie just about a year ago. We just celebrated our first year anniversary. And I'm really excited to bring our campus pastor, Pastor Ben Atkinson, to just talk about the outreach of the church. So Ben, take it away.
Yeah, thanks, Juan. Juan, I'm sorry, I'm probably not as cool of a guest as Amanda is, but I'll do my best. My name is Ben Atkinson. Like Juan said, I'm the campus pastor at North Place Wylie. Like Juan mentioned, North Place has been around for just over 100 years, but we just recently moved into the Wylie area a little over a year ago. We love Wylie. It's been an incredible experience so far. As many of you guys know, as probably everyone in this group knows, that Wylie has just blown up in the past couple years. Looked at data in the last 10 years, it's more than doubled. So we know that there are thousands of people that we believe are designed to be in community. And our heart is that we can be that community for people, that we can point people to Jesus, show them who he is and what he means for their life, but also surround them with people that, whether they've been living in Wylie for generations, or whether they're coming and they're the first part of their family that's been in North Texas, we just want to be that opportunity for community for them. So we loved being that. Me and my wife had moved to the area in 2020, just right in the middle of the COVID pandemic, which is super fun and really easy to get to know people during that time. But it's been great. We're no strangers to the DFW area. We lived just south of Dallas in the Waxahachie area for about 8 years. And then when we got married, moved to Kansas for a short time, and then moved back in 2020. So we've been at North Place Church for just actually 3 years in about a week. We've been loving it. North Place is an incredible community. And like Juan said, we have several different campuses. So just like just like I said, we just launched Wylie about a year ago. Our Saxe campus is just right off the George Bush freeway. It's been there for about 8 years. We have a Garland campus as well as a South African campus, which is really, really cool in Durban, South Africa. And then one that I love is we get to be a part of a prison unit just south of Waco, the Hughes unit there, and we have a full fledged campus in the Hughes unit there. It's really special. One of our core beliefs or cornerstones that you'll hear us say is we believe that God cares about the forgotten people and forgotten places. We want people to be able to connect to Jesus in any way that they can. So we have a full-fledged church in the prison there. They're able to do everything that you would typically do at a church. They serve as volunteers, they host, they greet, they lead worship, and they engage with what we're talking about at North Place. So love everything that we're able to do through North Place and the impact they're able to have in Wylie. It's been a special adventure when my wife Rachel and I moved back in May. We were kind of figuring out, hey, where do we want to live? We know we're going to be at North Place and maybe eventually launch a campus in Wylie, but what community fits best for us? And Wylie just kept coming back to us, and it's a special place. Like a few have mentioned already, there's a small town feel, even though there's 60,000 people. I don't know. I'm not sure how they accomplish it, but it's been great. Love the community. It's been really, really great. And then another part of who we are as a church, we have a really big heart, again, for forgotten people and forgotten places. And one way we advocate that, and one avenue that we go through that, is we host a camp each and every summer for children in the foster system, primarily from neglected and abusive homes, that we're just really passionate about. And what we do is this year we're going to have 6 camps that hundreds of our volunteers will serve at. And what we do is we give these kids that are coming from these homes 3 of the best days of their life. So we get them there. We celebrate them from the time they get there to the time they leave. We give them a birthday party. There's several of those kids that have never had a birthday celebrated. We get to celebrate them in that way and just show them the love of Jesus. So that's our heart as who we are. That's who I am, is we just want to show people Jesus, let them know that God has designed us to live in community. And I believe that North Place is a great place for that.
Awesome. Thanks, Ben, for sharing that. And I think, in the communities, not only Wylie, but the surrounding communities, I think a lot of that is lost in, they're fairly affluent communities. So I think a lot of that, I love that forgotten people and forgotten places. A lot of that doesn't necessarily resonate around here, but it exists and people need to hear it. So thank you for sharing that. We do need to take a really quick break right now. We'll have a commercial break. On the back end, we're going to have a bit of a roundtable discussion about community involvement. So we'll piggyback off of what Ben kind of left us with, and we'll go from there. So Lennon, go ahead and hit the commercial for right now.
The North Texas Community Difference-Wylie is made possible in part by Juan Peón and JP Direct Health. Providing affordable health insurance solutions as a proactive protection, not a reactive solution. Allison Wilson and Community Wealth Advisors, Life Well Planned. Angela Tucker with Coldwell Banker Apex. Here to help you discover your real estate dreams and build wealth through all stages of life. Dr. Chelsea Nutt with Retrouve Wellness. Feel it to heal it. And by Cordell Reynolds with New Res Mortgage. Your mortgage journey starts right now. You are watching the North Texas Community Difference-Wylie. Together we can make the difference. The Difference Media LLC is made possible by the following partners and sponsors.
Do you want your home or office to sparkle? Then call Elite Diamond Cleaning today. From basic cleaning to deep cleaning, and using only the highest quality cleaning products and equipment, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Our team of experienced cleaners will work quickly and efficiently to clean every nook and cranny, taking care of all the details so you don't have to. With a variety of pricing options to fit any budget, discounts for seniors, military personnel, and students, you can be sure that you are getting the best possible price. Call Elite Diamond Cleaning today at 214-300-9876 to schedule a free estimate. Your home and office is a diamond. Let us get it out of the dust. Do you love the great outdoors but hate tent camping? Well, then you need to check out North Texas Glamping Adventures. We offer a one-of-a-kind glamping experience. Our 2021 32-foot travel trailer that sleeps 5 is fully furnished and equipped with all the luxuries of home, including everything you need for a comfortable stay, including linens, towels, a kitchenette, and a private bathroom. Even lanterns, an outdoor cook stove, and chairs. But the best part is, we will even deliver and set up your travel trailer for you within 75 miles of Wylie, Texas. So all you have to do is show up and enjoy your outdoor adventure. So if you have been dreaming about a weekend at the lake or campground, then click the link in the description or give us a call at 214-883-1294. So what are you waiting for? Book your stay at North Texas Glamping Adventures through OutdoorsE.com today.
In your car, at work, at home, and through your ear pods.
That's why I listen.
2940 The Difference. On air everywhere.
The Difference, It Show's host and co-host would like to thank all of our sponsors, because together, we can all make the difference. To learn more about our sponsors, go to our website, www.thedifferenceradio.com. And now back to the show.
All right. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I am motivated to go glamping.
Yeah.
pretty cool service right there. So we've got a couple cool words that we've used so far: glamping and cornament, right? Yes. So maybe we can combine those two in a future fundraising event.
Right.
No, but kidding aside, no, and Lennon, I'm glad you included too about the Difference Radio program on the internet. So what is it? We've got 2940, the Difference Radio Show. That is live, and we are broadcasting. So if you want to hop on the Difference website, you'll be able to click on that and let's listen to some cool tunes along with some cool shows. So you'll get the audio of the shows that we have going on.
You got to tell them about your playlist, Brian. That's
what. Oh, right. Yeah. Doing, so if you're in the mood for some early morning mixture of gangster rap, I guess alternative from the early 90s, along with country music, all mashed together, wake up at 5 a.m. and you can hear some really eclectic mix of music, which Lennon put it there on purpose because that's when I wake up to do my workout. So I'm using that as my workout track. So if any of you guys are up at that hour and want to hear some really interesting tunes, feel free to tune in. I'd be honored. So yeah, check us out. It's a really cool edition that Lennon I think you got it live about two weeks ago. So and it's growing, and the content on that is growing as well. So with that being said, let's move into the roundtable section of the show. And the theme, like I said earlier in the show, the theme for May is really the importance of community engagement in small business ownership. So let's start with the first question of how. So you guys, our hosts, our co-hosts, and our guests are great examples today. So you guys are out there doing it, which is awesome. But the question of how can people and how do people and how have you guys in particular gotten involved in the community, whether it be Wylie or whatever other communities that you're involved in. So I'll throw it out there. Let's let one of the ladies answer. I don't want to tell you which one yet, but go ahead. If one of you guys want to jump in on the how aspect of community engagement.
Amanda, go ahead, sister.
Okay. So how, for me, I don't think there's really a wrong way to get plugged in or get involved in the communities. For me, I do like to show up in person. So I reach out. I'm big on social media. So you can almost just go to Facebook, see Amanda Bell, and I will target specific areas that I've heard in conversation, or maybe that have piqued my interest in one way or another to be able to give back. And I'll go target the people that way. I might make a post on Facebook and see who's needing what, when, and where. Yesterday, I was at a networking event in Dallas yesterday morning, and I saw one of the ads on the screen was for another nonprofit organization. She is a sex trafficking survivor. And that is something that we're wanting to be able to pour into a little bit more and put a stop to in our world, for whatever that looks like, with us being here in it. So just seeing that, I was able to meet up with her. The how was I went back there. I saw the face that matched the photo on the image, introduced myself, and asked how I could help. It turns out she needs diapers. She needs, clothes and shoes and blankets and shower curtains and towels and toothpaste. And so the how was just simply introducing myself, plugging into the community and showing up to the event, seeking what stood out and finding the go-to person, and then asking how I can give back, right? I was that young mom that needed help at one point. In fact, my baby was born on Medicaid and I was grateful for it, right? So it's one of those things where now I'm in a position where I can truly give back. And so how I got to find the things that stand out to me personally and just ask the questions and then take the next step. So I know what she needs. My list is to get that list to my people and have them help bring those items, those diapers, those things to us so we can get it to her.
Awesome. Well, it looks like we've got some audience involvement here. We've got a question for Amanda. I don't know if you can see that on your screen, Amanda. Our church is planning a health fair for community and trying to work out details of the things to have in the fair. It's in the works. I would like to see, if possible, how to incorporate what she is doing. Is there any way to, how can they get involved? How can we connect that?
I love that so much. So you can have my direct line. Everybody's welcome to my direct line, and however I can help is what I'll do to help. So that number is 817-821-2607. You can Google Amanda Bell, find me on social media, however, and I'm pretty quick with responding. So as soon as I see it, I'm responding, right? As soon as I jump off here, I'd be more than happy to plug into the fair, see what we can do to help. If you've got tables or booths set up, I'm happy to set one up there and chat with the teenagers or the parents of the teenagers about the events. We love having our other people with us. So Tara and some of the guys that are face to face with the teenagers. I'm usually behind the scenes, making sure that Tara's taking her break to use the bathroom and grab something to eat, so she's still fueled. But I do like to bring those guys with me because they are the ones that have the knowledge nuggets that we're able to pour back into the children. So just however you guys want to reach out, I'm more than happy to help however we can too. If you need help setting up the fair, I'm more than happy to brainstorm on what that might look like. And in fact, I enjoy it. So.
Yeah, I love that. And Ben, I love the fact that you guys help the forgotten people, right? My husband was actually adopted and he was in the foster care from like age 2 to 9. And so that's something that we're very passionate about as well. We team up with Jonathan's Place in Garland. I'm not sure if you're familiar with them. And they help foster kids and sex trafficking kids as well. And so I would love to team up with you, Ben, and see what we can do to help you guys out as well. And it's just as simple as that, right? You guys, there's so many people in need of our assistance. And now, we're the movers and the shakers, and we're doing everything we can. We have the time now. That's why we got into this, so that we can be able to help the people that need our help and raise the vibration, right? Like Amanda will tell you, raise the vibration of the community so that everyone can start helping all of the people that need our help. There's so many people and so many resources out there. It just takes a second to look and see how, what are you passionate about? What will make you happy to step out into the world and to help someone else with?
Love it. And the biggest thing I just took away from the last, several minutes of this is, how do you get involved? Just ask, right? Amanda, you just asked. You saw something that piqued your interest and you just asked. We had somebody live just ask a question in the show. Just ask, right? And it's that easy to get involved. So love that. Any other ways that you guys have gotten involved in the community? It's obvious you can donate your time, donate your efforts. You have a program to offer. But are there any other different ways that you can get involved, and how do you go about doing that, or how have you gone about doing that?
I can add something if you don't mind.
Sure.
So, our Creator did not design us to be alone, and being in community is extremely important for many reasons. And treating our younger adults and our youth to the wonderful things that Amanda is doing and the church, Ben can attest to that in a minute, is incredible, I mean, our church even does a prom event for kids that have health issues, special needs. It is just treating them to an amazing evening that they don't get to do on a regular basis. And the church's reach, the campus in Wylie was open to reach the community, making the campus available for youth meetings on Wednesdays, which are now just packed. It's incredible the amount of reach that you can have within a community when you kind of start with your church. So if you don't feel like you're connected to the community, it can be intimidated. Hey, how can I help? It's intimidating. You don't know what to do. You feel maybe embarrassed. I don't know what the reason may be. But when you start by attending a service in a church that just humbles you, and you hear things, or helping the broken and the forgotten, and even the ones that are not broken and forgotten, they still need some love and Jesus in their life. But to have that available, it opens your heart, and then you feel like, okay, now I want to do something. So my wife and I were part of the launch team for the Wylie campus, and it wasn't an easy decision because we hardly knew anybody. We knew a lot of people on the Saxe campus, and some of it was started, but once you start, you don't want to stop. Now you open the door of putting yourself out in the community to all of those that need it, whether it's helping teens or whether it's helping somebody who needs the assistance. So I think it's awesome. And Ben, if you want to talk a little bit about how the church outreaches, that would be amazing, because I love what North Place is doing.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Let me jump in real quick, because I think that's a great stopping point, because I do want to hear more about that, Ben. And I love the fact that, the help aspect is contagious, right? So once you start, it's contagious, and it uplifts the entire community. I do know Lennon wants to jump in on, something that Amanda's doing with her program as well. And then Ben, I'd like to come back and let's go deeper on what the church is doing there. So much to talk about, and we're, we've got about 15 minutes. So let's get this break in real quick, and we'll come back and jump into all that.
The North Texas Community Difference-Wylie is made possible in part by Jenny Connolly with TC Roofing and Restoration. Trust TC to keep you leak-free. Jessica Cooper with Diesel Signs and Displays. The Power of Advertising. Lynn Heberly with Coldwell Banker Apex, guiding you home with heart and expertise. Megan Lunt with Brightway Insurance. If you are not insured the right way, call Brightway. And by Marissa Page with Page Restoration. When the worst happens, let our family take care of yours. The North Texas Community Difference-Wylie. Together, we can make the difference.
And now back to the show.
All right, awesome. So some other awesome members of the Wylie chapter you got to see highlighted there. So thank you for that, and thank you for your sponsorship. Real quick, Lennon, I know you wanted to jump in and comment on one of Amanda's programs, so I'm going to give you the mic for a minute.
Yeah, the Founder for Life Skills for Teens, I think, is incredible. And for the people that know me, have known me for a while, I've been an entrepreneur for 30 years. I ran at one point in time a credit repair company that existed for about 18 years. At one point, I was the longest active credit repair company in the nation. They don't stay in business very long. There's a lot of reasons why. One of the things that I learned is that bad credit is hereditary. And what I mean by that is our grandparents and our parents didn't know enough to teach us. Therefore, we don't have the skills and the understanding and the knowledge of even what a credit rating or credit score is. I would say I don't understand why schools don't teach it, but trust me, I do understand why schools don't teach it. But for someone like Amanda, I think that this is probably, it's so crucial, because we're being taught all of these things. We're taking STAR tests. We're doing all these things in our schools, but we're not being taught how to be adults and how to live a productive, successful life. And I just want to say, I want to talk to you after the show about how maybe the difference can get more involved in what you're doing and help you get the word out. So kudos to you for doing that, and awesome program.
Thank you so much, Lyndon. Thank you. I would absolutely appreciate helping getting that word out. That is definitely where we could use the help, is getting the word out. That our first event was done by word of mouth. We had a little over 100 signups, and we know with those numbers, usually a quarter of them show up. So we had 40 at the event, just under 40 at the event, and we were so grateful for the 40 teams that made it. We do have close to 70 signups this go round, and it sounds like they are all showing up. So if that's the case, this will be a first event ever that the number of people who signed up showed up. So I'm excited to see how that turns out this Saturday, but we would absolutely love your help in getting the word out there.
Well, that's what we're all about here. So no, that program is great. I can't tell you how many times I've heard the story of, and I guess I kind of lived it myself. You know, you go to college and you're on your own for the first time, and you walk by a table that whatever credit card company, pick whichever one you want, has free giveaways, right? And they're giving away something. All you have to do is sign up for a credit card. And then all of a sudden you start using it, and then you realize you're not really making money because you're a student. And all of a sudden you racked up $500 of debt that you can't pay off. And then you come home and mom and dad are like, what the heck is this? And that's a minor example, right? That's one of those that either we've lived it or, learn the hard way. And hopefully you haven't dug that hole too deep. Lennon lived it for what'd you say, 17 years on the credit repair side. I know that company runs in Lendon's family too. So, it's way too common and way too easy, and it's almost predatory. I don't know if that terms have been thrown around there in that practice, but it certainly seems like they're preying on the uneducated and the unemployed, really, if you're a student in that instance. That's
why they don't teach it in schools.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's why when you turn 18, you start receiving all of these credit card offers.
Right. And it's really easy to start it. And once you start it, it's hard to dig yourself out, especially if you're a student and you're not making any money. So
absolutely.
Love it. Love that program. All right, let's shift gears because I know, Ben, I wanted to give you some time to talk about your community outreach program that Juan mentioned. So the stage is yours, my friend. Go ahead and tell us, the community outreach that you guys are doing and how people can get involved.
Yeah. Just to speak to your previous question, I think when it comes to what we've noticed and what we've seen is just keeping your eyes open. You see a need, you just fill it. It's as simple as that. Keep your ear to the ground. The needs will always be there. That's just one thing that I've learned. So I know Juan briefly touched on our opportunity that we have each and every year. We host a prom for special needs students of Garland ISD and Wylie ISD. We host them all on one special night. It's awesome. It's incredible. If you want more information about that, reach out to me. Would love to get you plugged in there. And then, I think for me, for North Place, it's just keep your eyes open and just whatever you can do to help the community, just step up and do it. I was almost late to this conversation today because we were trying to do just that. We have some families in our church that have some students that sadly were in the same classes as some of the girls that lost their lives in the Allen Outlet Mall shooting this past couple weekends ago. So we called the school that they attend there in Wylie and said, is there anything that we can do? Whatever you need, if we can just be there to brighten up the day, we'd just love to be able to do that. So they said something as simple as bringing popsicles for the whole school. So we were like, okay, we can do that. So we brought popsicles to every kid, hopefully brightened up their day in their last couple weeks of school. We're able to give the teachers just a little Starbucks gift card, just to maybe give them a little bit more energy to make it through until summer hits. But yeah, our heart is if there's a need, we want to do our best to fill it. And I know that this conversation mainly gets sent out and is listened to entrepreneurs, business owners, people that are looking to make an impact bigger than what their business is. And just what Juan said, if being a part of a community is such a easy way to get quickly involved. But even if you're not a part of something, I'd say just keep your eyes open. And when you see an opportunity, just say yes. And I promise that you'll end up being more blessed than what you're trying to be a blessing to. So.
I absolutely love that. It's, the little things that matter, right? And what you guys did there for the Allen School teachers and students, just the little things that matter. And I think that theme resonates, is just keep your eyes open, because there are opportunities galore out there. You just need to keep your eyes open and just ask, right? As Amanda said earlier. So just ask. What I want to do is just ask another question to you guys. We do have 6 minutes left. So we're gonna hit this question, and then we're gonna give you guys an opportunity to kind of just give a summary on who you guys are, what organization you're with, and what you guys are doing in the community, and how to reach you guys. So with that being said, the question, looking more on the future, right? So what are some of the future trends for community engagement with small businesses, right? There's we've done it in the past, just the kind of the traditional ways. Have you guys, where do you see the future of how we can get involved? Now, I don't want to give any hints, but it may involve social media, it may involve stuff like this. But how do you guys see the future of this stuff, community engagement in particular, evolving?
So I do agree with you, Brian. I do think that it is going to be a big hit on social media. A lot of our generations are enjoying being able to consume information by visually and hearing all of it at once. It's easy for them to digest in quick clips. So I think TikTok hit it spot on. Those reels that now YouTube and Instagram and Facebook are all offering. Those are some of the quickest ways to get the information out there. If you can find the meat inside of the potatoes, if you will, and share that in those seconds, that is attractive for somebody to listen to, both with the words you choose, the hand motions you use, and the facial expressions that you use. I think that you're likely to capture more of your audience and get your net spread a little bit further for the fish to come in.
Yeah, I agree with that. Obviously, we're in the social media world now, and Reels, TikToks, our attention span is quite a bit shorter than it used to be. So you need to grab attention quickly. Have you guys found any particular venue more beneficial than others?
So I am focusing myself on YouTube and TikTok currently. I'll be honest, I just love Facebook. Facebook came out, that was like my generation's social media platform. So to jump into another one, just like any change that any of us ever see, it's a little bit of an uncomfortable position, if you will, because Lord have mercy on my soul, I do not want to sit down and record an hour-long YouTube video, and then you have to have the description and the subject line and the links so they know, so that you can redirect them. It's so many steps to one process that is a full-time job in itself. So for Facebook, it's been simple for me to take the flyer that already took me forever, throw it on there and say, you guys, here it is. YouTube and TikTok are a little bit different. I'm hoping to take clips from the YouTube to put to TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook on the Reels and make it more of a streamlined process. But you guys know how that goes. It's never that simple. There is work that'll go into it. I think, Tara, you actually were sharing a couple of those, because once you start engaging with people, the great thing is you now have their information to engage regularly. And Tara shared a great tip with us a couple weeks ago, where she was actually in large sums text blasting her people. So if she had an event, she text blasted everybody all the information at once. So, and that feels really personable. So if I got that, I personally would be like, oh, look, Tara's texting me.
Well, and that's how everybody communicates nowadays, right? It's text. Email is archaic and it's very slow. So yeah, text message blasting, whether, once you figure out who's actually texting, and we use a lot of that in our back office, automated text and things like that. It gets a lot more, it's a lot more receptive than it is, the old school ways of communicating. So awesome. So we are running close to up against our hour. So what I do want to do is give everybody 15 seconds because we do have 1 minute left. So we have a hard stop at that minute. So go ahead and give 15 seconds each of you. Tell us how to get in touch with you, who you are, and what your group is, and the best way to get in touch with you. We will go guests first, ladies first. So that makes Amanda, you're up first.
Okay. Hi, you guys. I'm Amanda Bell. You can ring the bell by following me on Facebook, Amanda Bell, or text me directly, 817-781-6970.
Awesome. Thanks, Ben. You're up.
Yeah, Ben Atkinson, North Place Wylie campus pastor. We'd love to see you guys. It's great hanging out with you today. But we're right off 78 in the corner of 544. We'd love to see you on a Sunday.
Awesome. Thank you. Tara, you're up.
All right, Tara Padilla with Texan Window Cleaning, and you can find us on Instagram and Facebook at Texan Window Cleaning to check out some of our videos. Give us a call at 972-214-9904 or visit our website, www.texanwindowcleaning.com.
Awesome. Thank you. And Juan, finish this off, man.
Juan, JP Direct Health, affordable health insurance solutions for individuals, families, and small groups. You can reach me on all social media and my phone number by just searching JP Direct Health or call me at 214-490-9967.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. With that, we'll wrap the show. It was a pleasure meeting all of you. You just are continuing the trend of really awesome guests and co-hosts in this Wylie chapter. So I look forward to continuing the host job on this. But you guys are the show. So thank you very much for being here today.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you
Amanda.
for watching today's show. If you like today's show, please share, like, and subscribe, and make sure to shop, buy, and hire in Wylie. Special thanks to all the guests, co-hosts, and sponsors of the North Texas Community Difference Wylie.
Thank you for tuning in and watching our show. If you would like to see our next show, or more shows like this one, just click the QR code and go to show schedules, or just follow and subscribe to our channels to get updates and notifications of this show, and many others like it.